For midwife Jackie Myers, it takes up to 2 hours every morning to get to work. She lives on the New South Wales Central Coast and drives 90 kilometres into Sydney.
Particularly if there's a truck decides to go into the stone walls and then you're totally blocked, you're there, you can't get anywhere because it becomes gridlocked.
She's always on the hunt for a bargain for her diesel-run car.
What's the price looking like?
48, well that's cheap for today. That's 1 cent cheaper than anything.
How often would you fill up?
About twice a week minimum, sometimes 3 times.
So that's $50 twice a week?
$50 to $60 twice a week.
So about $120 a week?
Yep.
That's a lot of money.
It is.
But lately, it's been even more expensive.
I noticed that petrol this morning was, up where I live, $1.98. Disgusting. Profit. Money, profit. That's all I can see. The man who's driving the car or the person who's driving the car, they're the one who gets hit in the hip pocket all the time.
Even though we do produce a lot of our own fuel, our own oil, we are dependent on imports, and the prices set that we pay in Australia for the raw material, which is the oil, are set globally. So the reality is that anything that happens in the Middle East or other parts of the world that threaten world oil supply, that will have a flow-on effect to Australia.
The latest shock to the system came in the form of cruise missiles raining down on the world's biggest oil exporter, Saudi Arabia. Drone strikes last month crippled 2 major oil plants, cutting off half of the country's production.
That saw about 5% of world oil production taken out overnight. And of course, on the back of that, there was a bit of a spike in oil prices that went for about a day or so. We saw prices go up on average about 10, 15%. Some of them went up about 20%.
Had it not been for the drone attacks in Saudi Arabia, the average price in Sydney right now would be $1.51 instead of $1.61.
After the Saudi attack, the local oil price benchmark known as Tapis crude also spiked. But that price fell quickly, and in the weeks since the Saudi attack has continued to fall. Despite that trend, the average petrol price per litre has hit 11-year highs in Melbourne, Brisbane and Adelaide.
I think consumers are being taken advantage of here. Someone has worked out, or a bunch of companies have worked out, that there is this headline news about conflict in the Middle East. They've used that to justify putting prices up at a time when they know that a lot of Australians are out there doing a lot of driving. I think there is a case for the competition regulator to look into this as to why we've suddenly seen this spike at a time when Australians are suddenly out there wanting to drive for school holidays and long weekends.
Petrol companies have responded to such criticism by pointing to other factors, such as the plummeting Aussie dollar. The nation's biggest motoring lobby group says the reasons for the price surge are complex.
What we've seen here, unfortunately, just before the holidays was the perfect storm. It's a thing that people who look at petrol prices worry about every day, and that is that you could have a significant overseas event, a weaker Aussie dollar, the price cycle work against you in time for the holidays. That's exactly what's happened here.
Construction manager Jack Malouf keeps a keen eye on the fluctuating price of petrol.
When the prices are going down, they go down very slowly. So one day you look at station prices and you'll see 120. The next day it's 170. So the jump is very quick. However, when it goes down, it's very slow.
He plans where and when he fills up, according to a fuel tracking app on his phone.
By just crossing that road, it's at $20. You can buy the 6-pack on the way back.
The good news tonight for viewers watching this program is that the worst is behind us.
For drivers like Jack and Jackie, there's little else they can do but wait until prices start coming down.
It's terrible. Adds stress to your day. Apart from just getting to work and doing a stressful job, you're looking at how the hell am I going to get it and make that dollar stretch more.
We did approach the Competition and Consumer Commission for an interview, but they declined. Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 7:30's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.